crazy with the quantity. So I was just gonna, I said earlier that on the previous video that I'm amoral, but I wouldn't say I'm amoral, but I basically don't. Ted Kaczynski wanted to humanity go back to prehistoric. I mean, not pre-agricultural life. So he wanted, you know, he wasn't really amoral. He kind of made fun of people that wanted to make things better for other people besides themselves. But he himself, basically sacrificed himself and did a lot of time in jail for a cause, which is to send humanity back to pre-agricultural life. So, but basically, I'm not like that. Not like that anymore. Like I was in the army, but really, I never thought I'd die when I was in the army. But that's another video. That's denial of death and stuff like that. So yeah, Ted Kaczynski, basically I got this idea from reading Ted Kaczynski, who basically made fun of people that advocated for causes that had nothing to do with themselves, like themselves. So I kind of agree with him. So basically, I'm just gonna do stuff that I can be proud of, like lift weights, try to get into nanoscale engineering. I'm not gonna go out. I wouldn't say I'm immoral. I'm not gonna go out there and kill people or do anything bad to people. But I'm not gonna. This might hurt me later on, but I really don't care. This is how I feel right now. I have no interest in making society better anymore, because, like I said, making society better is bad. You want society to be pre-agricultural, really, but as long as we don't die. So, this video I'm basically going to talk about. This is about quantity over quality. So, about my time. Well, what happened was I went to church and synagogue for like close to a year, and now I stopped. I don't think I'm gonna go back anymore. I went to like a Lutheran church in 86th Street. It's called Emmanuel. I'm looking at the wrong Emmanuel Lutheran Church. So basically, I'm not an atheist. I was an atheist for a little bit, and then what I did was I was like, maybe I should pretend. I don't know why I thought this. Maybe I should pretend that there's a God. Pretend to believe it. And then I started believing in God. So, and then what happened was, Gandhi said, all paths lead to God. So what happened is, I couldn't find any. Well, I didn't really look it up. I was born and raised Hindu. There's probably like there's Guyanese people living in the area in the Bronx. So I didn't really look up Hindu temples. But I'm usually in the 86th Street area, and there's a church there. So I thought I'd go there. So I went there, and I'll tell you what happened. What happened, and why I stopped going there. And at the same time, for some reason, I started thinking maybe I should become a Jew, and so I started going to synagogue at the same time. And then all of a sudden, I went to synagogue for a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, and then the synagogue it's a what you call it, Reform Judaism synagogue. So they just stopped me. They just said don't. I mean, the security would not let me in. So I tried to find out why they didn't let me in, but they finally said, if you want to come back in, you have to talk to the rabbi about converting. So they're kind of converting. So I was just gonna go to synagogue and church at the same time, and not really convert. But the synagogue basically said, if you want to come back, you have to talk to the rabbi about converting. So I didn't really go back, and plus I didn't really go back. So because at the same time, the pastor at the Emmanuel Lutheran Church wanted me to get baptized. So they were making me go have classes, some kind of classes on Wednesdays, teach me about the Lutheran Church, and then I would go to Bible study. And I found out. I mean, I knew about this from learn from. I don't really read that much. I basically learn everything mostly from watching YouTube, and I'm going to read a book tomorrow. I know from Nietzsche, and Christianity is basically it's basically, they talk, first of all, what they do is they pity the poor, okay? And I'm someone that's ambitious, even so, I don't feel like I can be a Christian because they're so anti-rich. But I feel like I could be Jewish or even Muslim. But Muslim is a problem. I don't want to. That's another video. Why I don't want to be a Muslim. But first of all, I'm not circumcised. But anyway, so that's another video. Anyway, so what was it? What was it? So yeah, Christianity is basically an anti-rich religion. I don't know if all denominations are like that, but Lutheranism certainly seemed that way. And also, these guys, they really believe in hell. First of all, if there's a hell and there's people in hell right now, you shouldn't be wanting to go to heaven. You should be trying to get all those people in hell out of hell. But I first of all, I don't really believe in that stuff. So I just wanted to go to one of these religious places because like Gandhi said, all religions lead to God. So why not just go to one of these churches? So I feel like I could be a Jew, but I'll tell you why I don't want to be. First of all, I'm not an atheist anymore. There could be a God, is what I'm thinking right now. But I'll tell you why I don't want to be religious anymore. So, so like manifesting. So that's one reason why I don't want to be with the Christians, because they're so anti-rich, and if I want to be rich, why be with people that hate the rich? If you want to be rich, you should be first of all, you should have no issues with being rich. So I don't have any issues with the rich. So yeah. So I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like I belong with the Christians. Definitely not with this church. Who were just constantly during Bible study would talk about. Well, they would basically pity the poor. Well, that's what socialists do. I mean, a lot of socialists are not poor themselves. They basically don't respect the poor. I mean, they feel bad for the poor. The poor can take care of themselves. Well, I'm not really rich. I'm poor myself. I live in a rent-stabilized apartment in the Bronx. So, yeah, basically, I feel like the Christians and the socialists basically pity the poor. A lot of them are rich themselves, and they basically pity the poor. We should basically respect the poor to take care of themselves and to become rich if they wanted to. They could, and that's how I feel. So I feel like the Jews don't really. I like that. I could be a Jew if I wanted to, but I'll tell you why I don't want to be religious now. For right now, like I said, with the manifesting, I watched a lot of manifesting videos, and there are goals that I want to achieve. And I thought to myself, like Sadhguru, that guy says, if you want something, just say, God, I want this, and just pray and just forget about it. So, I mean, they're not completely bonkers. I don't think so. They have, if you believe that you're whatever, you're gonna achieve something huge. You're gonna achieve it. But the problem that I have with that is, as someone that wants to be proud of myself, I don't even want that now, because whatever things I want to achieve, I want to achieve that myself, not with the help of God or whatever, the universe. I want to do it all by myself. So that's another reason I don't want to. I guess I could be Jew if I wanted to. I went to the Central Synagogue twice, and it's a pretty nice church. But the problem with that is I can't be conservative, because at some point they'll want me to convert, and like I said, TMI, but I don't care. I'm not circumcised. So, so yeah. Plus, like I said, I don't want help. I want to do things from the universe or whatever. I want to do things, get out whatever achieved all by myself. So I was thinking, should I just say, God? I mean, God could hurt me, but whatever. I mean, I can't really stop God from hurting me. If he wants to hurt me, he can hurt me. But I'm not gonna be a bitch to God anymore. Well, basically, I'm not gonna pray anymore. I know a cousin of mine, when I was young, he said he stopped praying a long time ago. He didn't really say he didn't believe in God, but he said he stopped praying a long time ago, and he's fine. He's a very strong cousin of mine that I look up to. So that's what I'm gonna be now. I'm not gonna pray anymore because I don't want help. That's it. Thanks for watching.